Hey guys, J-Man here for another Superman review. Okay, so if you follow the channel and you know me, then you know that Superman is my favorite character of all time in any form, any media, not just superhero or DC character, anybody. So I'm always going to get a Superman thing. I'm always going to try to read the comics when I can. I haven't really missed any since at least New 52, and prior to that, gosh, I don't know. And I've been reading, I started going back and reading Action Comics #1 and going from there. We're getting pretty heavy into Superboy, actually, which I've really been liking a lot. The old Superboy adventure comics. So, and then I've also started kind of like the Kurt Swan stuff as well, which has just been really a lot of fun. Which brings me to today's comic, Superman Lost #2. I haven't gone to the shop yet, so I'm going to buy this in physical form, which I always do. But I thought I'd get this review out early through digital, so it's not the comic. I apologize. I do like showing the real comic book when I can. I am buying it for sure. So yeah, but we're going to do it digital for right now. Okay, so if you remember my last review of Superman Lost #1, I really beat it up. I don't remember what I gave it, maybe a 4 out of 10 or something. I'm going to be using my space method: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 to 2. 2 is the best. If a comic book gets a 1 in every category, that's a pass. So that's like, yeah, that was pretty good. You're going to want to read it. If it's a 6, it's, you know, kind of a little bit better than a pass. 7 or 8 is really good. So 7 or 8, 7 and up, that's like a really good comic. Okay. 9 or 10 is like, wow, like this is like exciting, fantastic. You got to buy this. You got to read it, you know, that kind of a thing. So most comics really should be getting like a 6 or 7, right? Sometimes you get an 8 in there. And then, you know, 9, 10, those are the really special ones. Now, I'm not comparing this to, you know, Alan Moore's Watchmen or something, or like, you know, Giant Size X-Men #1 or something like that. I'm not comparing the art. When I talk about the artistry, I'm not comparing this art to the art of Kurt Swan for Superman, you know, who did the character for like 30 years or whatever and defined the damn character, you know, or against even John Byrne, because I thought his art was pretty good for Superman. So we're not really comparing it that way. We're not comparing it to Alex Ross. We're just comparing it to this comic itself. Like, you know, this is like a $4 comic or whatever it costs. You know, what's the value that you're getting on this? I have to say, I can't believe how lazy they are. They didn't even color him in. Like, really, guys? Like, you forgot to color in the costume? That's a joke. Haha. All right, so I did not like the first issue of this because it was really poorly paced. This issue 2 literally proves that everything I said in the first issue, or in the first video, is exactly right. Nothing that happened there matters at all. It's literally just Superman lost time. That's it. You could have eliminated this could have been issue 1, and instead of this garbage page here, this first page, you could have just had one page where Superman is standing there and Lois is like, Clark, she could have said, Clark, dinner time. Next panel, he's just standing in his room. Then next panel, Clark, are you okay? Did you hear me? Next panel, Lois, I've been gone for 20 years or whatever the number was. That could have been this first page. And that would have been, that's all that happened in that first issue. Then they explain why he got lost and how it happened. There was like this alien attack or whatever, this black hole thing. Justice League showed up, Superman got sucked in. Now, the reason you don't even need that, because that's re-explained in this issue. You can literally throw issue 1 in the garbage. It's like $4 of wasted money. That's what I'm talking about. And me going back and reading these old Superboys and these old Legion, like Superboy with the Legion of Superheroes, those are fantastic. Reading those old Supermans, I started with like, you know, like 200 or something. I just started with 200 and up. So much excitement. Every issue has a lot of cool stuff going on. This is, again, bad. Okay, the storyline, I'm going to give the storyline a 1. It's okay. I was going to give the storyline a 0.5 in this comic because there is no storyline. However, Superman is in space and going around doing he's meeting different aliens and stuff. And I like Superman in space. I'm just a sucker for it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm definitely not a sucker for this garbage. Oh, he's all hurt and everything. I hate that. Like, no. Why is he hurt? All right. So we're continuing now from the last one. These irritating little alien guys find him. This goes nowhere and nothing happens. This whatever pages is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7. It's like 7 or 8 pages. It goes nowhere. Actually, the entire comic goes nowhere. There is no storyline. I'm only giving this a 1 because it's Superman in space. There is no storyline. He just moves from one thing to another, and it's not like it's fast, like where he meets these aliens, quickly solves a problem, and then we move on to the next one. That's not what it is. He meets these aliens, they just talk to him like, oh, you're such an idiot, ha ha ha, you're an idiot, you can't breathe, ha 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 ha, give me your cape, and that's it. Is that supposed to be, was that an exciting interaction? Was that an informative interaction? Was that a, wow, he met these cool aliens, I wonder what these aliens are like? No, it's just random garbage. I'm still giving it a 1. I'm giving it a pass anyways because I'm a sucker for Superman. Realistically, any other person might give it a 0 or a 0.5 in the story department. In the pacing department, I'm going to give it a 1 because he doesn't spend a lot of time in every area. So like nothing's going on, but he doesn't stay there for a long time, so he moves on. I feel like there's some progression, but really not enough. So I'll stick with 1. It's kind of a pass. For the artistry, I'm actually going to give the artistry 1.5 out of 2. I actually really like the art in this one. I feel that it's very colorful. It's very colorful. I like kind of the designs of some of these aliens. Like this is all really nice. It is panely, but it's very nice. And you know, kudos to the colorist or whatever. Like that's a nice, even the art there, that's nice. I'm almost close to giving it a 2 for the art, just because I find I can't give it a 2 because I'm gonna zoom in. I don't like Superman's face. I'm not saying the face is not drawn well. It doesn't seem like Superman's face to me. I don't know. It's just something off. Everything else is done very well for me. Like I like, you know, all these pages are really nice. Okay. Yeah, the colors, especially in the space parts, really nice. There's another, like, look at that. That's really cool. So there's some very good dynamic stuff here with the art. So I'm giving it 1.5. For the characters, I'm going to give it a 1 because I do like the characters. You know, I do like Superman going around. I'm not a fan of the other aliens because we didn't really get a chance to know them that well. Really, again, I should be giving this like a 0.5 for characters because we're not really getting anything out of characters. But Superman himself is fine in this. You know, he meets this guy, like he's okay for, you know, a couple of pages that he's in. I don't know. It just feels like they're not doing anything with this story. It's not even like I love anthology stuff, and I love the idea that he's going to different planets, but he needs to do something there that's significant. He can't just show up, meet aliens, and leave. Like what do I take away from this encounter? That's the problem. Enjoyment factor 1, so same thing. So I'm giving this 5.5 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10. So it's just a smidge over a pass. Okay. And my whole thing is that what am I supposed to take away from this? Like, what is this story trying to tell me? Like, if someone's like, okay, tell me the story of this comic or of this, you know, Superman Lost, what's it about? Well, he goes to different planets. Okay, cool. All-Star Superman, he does random tasks, right? It's like sort of like the Trials of Hercules or whatever. He does random things, but there's a point to it. Each thing that he does is kind of cool, but also, you know, it adds to the greater story. Maybe this will all come together at the end of the run, which is possible. I don't think it's going to happen, but it might happen. So we'll see. I think I gave it 4 or 4.5 for the last issue. So this is a marginal improvement from issue 1, mostly because of the art. But let's see what happens with issue 3. Superboy is coming out next week. I'm going to get that for sure. I already reviewed the Jonathan Kent thing, which I thought was like mildly amusing. So far, the best Superman stuff has been the Superman comics, so not Action Comics, not Lost, not Jonathan Kent. So far, the best thing has been the Superman title, which is coming out pretty soon again. That's been the best Superman outing so far. But those are not in comparison with Exo Man of War or friggin' the Frazetta stuff or even the Spawn stuff, right? Like, It has not been up to there. So far, the best of the big two has been Joe Fixit for me, has been the most exciting comic, but Superman is still pretty good. So let's see where this goes. All right, guys, let me know in the comments if people were not happy with me on this on my last review. They were not happy at all. That's okay. You cannot be happy. It's my money, so it's my money, my opinion. Anyways, all right, guys, until next time.